that has been expected for a very long time. Listen to this, coming from a Yahudi site, and this was reported last year. Okay, I'm talking about 1 year ago. What happened? This is what he's saying. So we have the priest, we have the red heifer, and we have the land. We have everything ready. We just need to wait another 1.5 year. That was filmed almost a year ago. This is coming from a Yahudi source. They're talking about establishing the third temple in the place, in the sacred place of Masjidul Aqsa. They have violated the sanctity of this place for the last so many years. I do not even have any more counts. And this was a warning, this was a confirmation by Yahudis themselves saying that we are ready, we have everything we need. What is happening right now in Palestine, dear brothers and sisters, is a culmination of all of these things that Yahudi promised, and they were doing all of those things on a day-to-day basis in order to bring back the glory of the Yahudi, to bring the Messiah back, and to establish the third temple. This was posted 1 year ago again. And if you take a look at what is happening throughout the past several years, you see every single day the Yahudi, they're going to Masjid al-Aqsa, they're kicking the Muslims out from the mosque, they're actually dragging Muslims, they're beating them, and in many cases they're always also killing them at the same time. So what we see today is nothing surprising coming from Hamas and other groups. Obviously we do not again support any kind of violence. We need to promote peace and stability, but at the same time every party has to be responsible and they must take responsibility for their actions. You cannot blame one party, and this is the hypocrisy going on in the world. When the Palestinians are being killed and they are not being given the rights to live in peace and prosperity, we see that nobody talks. Muslim world, non-Muslim world, nobody talks. But the moment these Palestinian people, they start protesting, they start raising their voices, then we see the whole international community, they get together and condemn this kind of violence. Why don't you condemn it in the beginning so that it doesn't even happen? So this is the level of hypocrisy that we have today. But dear brothers and sisters, again, the third temple, the building of the third temple is something they have wished, they have desired, they have been dreaming about it for a very long time. And again, reading from this kind of news, you can clearly see that zeal of establishing a state, establishing the third temple very, very clearly. And dear brothers and sisters, we need to be very, very aware of that. So I'm just going to be actually mentioning a few more things. It says that third temple right now in Israel. I will get into this video. First, let's look at the few Bible verses and explanation about the third temple and its importance in the coming days. Besides the abomination of desolation, a clear verse that the third temple, a straightforward verse, is Revelation. Now this is what they're quoting, Revelation 11 and verse number 1 to 2, which says, "Then I was given a reed like a measuring rod, and the angel stood, saying, Rise and measure the temple of God." Subhanallah. I mean, again, these are coming directly from the biblical verses promoting violence, promoting the wrath of God on the people of Palestinians indirectly. And this is what they quote all the time in order to justify their actions. And we know any violence cannot be justified. So again, coming from Bible, we need to quote this because they quote us. They talk about the Muslims killing Yahudi. No, we do not have any verse in the Quran that says, that gives a blanket check, if you like, to the Muslims to find the Yahudi, the Jews, and kill them. No, we do not have those kind of violence in our holy books. But it is found in the biblical verses. The God is angry, the God wants this, the God wants that, and this is something that we must address, and because this needs to be stopped as soon as possible. Otherwise, this escalation, this violence, this war, and loss of human life will continue on for a very long time. And this is going to be, obviously, the Prophet ﷺ, he also mentioned that at the end of time, the fitna will be such, it will be so great that you will see scores of people are dying, losing their lives for really no reason. And so what happened in Israel, it is something we need to talk about. The loss of life is something we must stop right now if we want peace, and for that we do need all parties to be responsible, to take their responsibility seriously and not violate each other. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.